How's it going, everybody? This is Pat G back with another comic book video showing you my weekly polls. This is what I got this Wednesday, the first Wednesday in March, and let's get right into it. So the first one here is the last issue of DCKO. So this is DCKO number 5. And spoiler warning, I did go ahead and pick up the Dan Mora variant cover, and it's got a spoiler on it, but I have to show it to you because I love the artwork. This is the one book that I've read so far today, and I really enjoyed how this wrapped up the event with Darkseid's universe, the Absolute Universe, and then what you see happen throughout in the fight that ensues. I won't get too much details, so that you definitely go check that out. It's a great event. I really enjoyed it and can't recommend it enough. Next one is Batgirl. This is the latest issue, starting a new story arc, and I really like the last arc that took place over the first 16 issues of the title, and I'm excited to see where this goes from now. And then next is Batman number 7. I'm going to actually do a separate video on Friday about what I really like about this Batman run, and specifically a motif that keeps coming up through each issue. Can't wait to talk about this in a little bit more in depth there. Next up is the latest issue of JSA, so this is number 17, and this is the continuation of the Year One storyline. If you haven't been reading this so far, I think this is a really great introduction to the team, this Year One storyline, where you can see how it's formed in the current continuity and the history that's set right now. I think it's a pleasant surprise whenever I get to read it. It surpasses my expectations there. And then we have the Absolute titles. So first, Absolute Flash, latest issue here. This storyline's been pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. And then lastly here is Absolute Superman. So let me know what you thought of DCKO. That's what I'm most excited to talk about in the comments today. If you have thoughts on this event, now that we can look back on all 5 issues. Today I read last week's tie-ins, so Flash, Justice League Unlimited, and Superman, and then I got into this, and I thought it was a really good reading about hour for me today, wrapping up the event, and yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it, now that we can go from beginning to end, don't have to read it weekly, and reflecting on a little bit more. But all the new stuff that DC is going to be putting out this month in March has me very excited. Go check out my last video where I talked about my top 5 comics coming out in March, and I'll see you next time.